So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Action Comics number 290 from July 1962 with story by Jerry Siegel and art by Jim Mooney. See, Supergirl, Dick and I froze that giant tidal wave into ice with our frigid breath before it could overrun the island and drown the natives. Now we're ripping the colossal ice wave, which weighs thousands of tons, out of the sea. We'll fly it off to the Arctic where it won't harm anyone. Gasp! Both Jero of Atlantis and Dick Malvern of Midvale are as super powerful as me. One day, Supergirl, the most dynamic girl in the universe, gets the surprise of her life when both her boyfriends, Dick Malvern of Midvale and Jero of sunken Atlantis, gain fantastic powers as great as her own. How did they get the powers? What happens when they use them? You'll find out the astounding answer to these questions in the amazing tales of Supergirl's super boyfriends. So we open with Supergirl, Linda Danvers, out shopping, and all over the place there are all sorts of Supergirl paraphernalia you can purchase, and apparently all the profits go to charity, which seems unlikely. When she's back home, one of the Legion of Superheroes statues glows, and it is Phantom Girl, who shows up using a time projector. So I can remain in your time only a few minutes. And she gives her a statue, a figurine of Supergirl that she made herself. Thank you, Phantom Girl. I'll add it to my collection of Legionnaire figurines. It was sweet of you. And then Phantom Girl disappears. And she feels a tingling. And apparently the figurine was accidentally made out of red kryptonite. Gasp, how terrible. When Phantom Girl made this figurine of me, she must not have realized she was forming it out of red kryptonite. How will the fantastic substance affect me this time? So she leaves home and gives her stepmom a kiss. And then she's at the museum. Hold it, smile. When the newspapers print this picture of you two, it will prove how popular this museum is with teenagers. Thanks a lot. So this message here says the Ktunum totem pole. According to an old Indian legend, whoever kisses before the totem will be happy forever. So they do kiss. Golly, I wish I had the nerve to ask her for another kiss. I was hoping he'd ask for another kiss. Time to change back to Supergirl and resume my patrolling. Darn it. So she goes off and gets a message from Lori Lemerus in Atlantis, and apparently a battleship. I don't know where it came from. During World War, it was during war maneuvers, and it's sinking, and so it's going to destroy the shrine. So she grabs the battleship and throws it away. She is superb. Wait, before you go, today is my birthday. How about a birthday kiss for an old friend? And so she gives him a kiss. It looks like there's two Supergirls, but I guess that's just her in motion. Shall I clean the house, Mother? Oh, no, dear. I know you could do it quickly with your superpowers, but I enjoy doing it myself. All right. And she starts doing it at super speed. Look, I'm super strong, and my X-ray vision sees inside the piano. Oh, my goodness. How can this be possible? Meanwhile, Dick Malvern, being his good old self, drives right off a cliff. Holy cats, the car burst apart, but I'm unharmed. Oh no, someone's flying through the air in this direction. It isn't a bird. It isn't a plane. It's Dick Malvern. First Mom became super, now Dick. Too. What's the explanation? Oh, think back. Oh, it's the red kryptonite, of course. Delayed effect on me. It's given me the ability to make others super with a kryptonite kiss. Hi, Linda. Watch this. I can fly as fast as Superman. Look out, look out. Your clothing is starting to smolder. Slow down before it burns. Oop. She's right. I'll reduce the speed of my flight. Psst. When Dick enters, don't tell him you're super too. I see. In order to protect your secret identity as Supergirl. All right. So Dick has a surprise for her. And he shows her that, as he suspected, she is also superpowered. But he has this theory that it was because of the totem combined with the flashbulbs gave them both superpowers. He's proven me super. I'll pretend I've gained superpowers unexpectedly, so he won't guess I'm Supergirl. My theory is that when we touched that meteor at the museum, there was a meteor too, and the photographer's flashbulb went off, Okay, so it wasn't the totem. The bulb's light rays plus radiation from the meteor united and altered the chemistry of our bodies, making us super. Okay, so he flies off. Actually, both of them do. And she's trying to pretend like she's never flown before. And they go over a rainbow, which is not possible. Silly, that's just superstition. And you know it. Dick, flying this high is frightening. And so he flies through a mountain. And she gives him a warning. It might be wise for us to stay put a while and take it easy. What if our superpowers were off at a bad time? Maybe you've got something there. See you later, Linda. And so it occurs to her that she also gave Jarrow a kiss, and when she looks, she sees he is also superpowered. Changing to the dynamic identity of Supergirl, she speeds to the sunken continent, hoping the ancient wisdom of Atlantide super scientists can aid her, but sorry, we cannot cure your kryptonite kiss, my lady. Just don't kiss people. How about that? It only lasts 24 hours or 48 or something. So he gathers up a bunch of pearls. Listen, Supergirl, now that I too am super powerful, I no longer have to remain here in the sea. I can help you battle surface world crime and injustice. So that's the first thought that goes through his mind. We can roam the universe together. Goodbye, Jarrow. Don't you understand what I'm trying to say? I want to be with you always. You're nice, Jarrow, but stay in your friend zone. So, I see. You don't want me even if I have superpowers because I'm a... That's not true. Read my mind and you'll know I like you very much, but I'm too young for marriage. Please understand. Goodbye. How strange fate is. Superman loved a mermaid, Lori, and couldn't win her. Now I... A merman can't win Supergirl. We live in two different worlds. Why can't it be so? Choke. So he ends up coming across Dick Malvern, and they kind of commiserate that they both have superpowers. So they decide to... Oh, by the way, Jarrow uses his telepathy to read Dick Malvern's mind and deduce who he is. But they decide to go out and just do some super feats, including going to a South Sea island that is menaced by a gigantic tidal wave. Jarrow uses they both use their frigid breath to freeze it and then carry it off. Great Scott, Dick and Jarrow are working together as a super team. Gosh, it's Supergirl, Superman's famous partner. A splendid rescue, but listen to me. I'm aware that both of you have gained temporary superpowers. However, I must warn you, stop performing super feats, or your lives will be imperiled if your powers disappear at a dangerous time. Heed my warning, as Linda has. Now I'm off to Japan to handle an emergency. So she leaves. Meanwhile, they decide to tackle this erupting volcano, but both lose their powers at the same time. I've lost my superpowers too. We're doomed. Choke. We should have listened to Supergirl's warning. Well, there still was time. Now we'll perish in that fiery lava below. But they are saved. But not by Supergirl. Great Atlantis, we've been rescued by a horde of small Supergirls. Gasp. Tiny duplicates of me. Returning from Japan, I saw the boys' peril. But you saved them before I could. Who are you? We'll explain. Presenting the Supergirl Emergency Squad from the miniature city of Kandor. We are admirers of yours who formed a Supergirl fan club. So they saw Jarrow and Dick falling into the volcano. Quick, girls, don the blonde wigs and friction-proof Supergirl costumes. We've saved for a time like this. Those boys may need rescuing before Supergirl can reach them. They don't need friction-proof costumes because once any Kryptonian costume is outside, it becomes invulnerable. So they take a rocket up to the cork and I guess push it off. We'll fly out of the fortress through the keyhole in the entrance door. Great lock. The door's great lock. Hurry. So let me understand this. Dick and Jarrow looked like they were about 3 feet away from, maybe about 10 feet away from landing in the volcano. And in that time, these women spotted them, put on their costumes. Now, mind you, they're not at super speed yet. Got in a rocket, flew up to the cork, got out, and then at that point they'd be supers fast and saved the two. I don't think that would work. We're glad we reached the boys in time, Supergirl. Now that our mission is completed, we'll return to Kandor. Goodbye. I'm so thrilled to have a Supergirl emergency squad. Thanks, girls. Since I'm no longer super, I must go back to Atlantis at once. Farewell, Supergirl. Please think of me once in a while. Choke. I will often. Bye, Jero. Forgive me for not taking your advice the way Linda did. Of course. Odd, though, Dick and Jero each gained superpowers about an hour apart. They lost them only moments apart. I guess that's due to another unpredictable effect of red kryptonite. I must leave you here, Dick. Give the best regards to Linda. There's a lot of plot problems here, but I did enjoy this story.